I the only one that didn't know that apparently Latinos were like begging black people for support and help now that Donald Trump is trying to deport?
I just want to say, watching these raids happen in LA right now, people voted for this. People voted for this. And I think right now, the black and the brown community, we need to come together.
I did not know this. I did not know this. I just learned in the comment section, man, in one of my videos, man. They said, yo, they was just asking us for help. Now they're blaming us for having DM men in their community. Like, what's going on over here? I was asking for help, man. So y'all know how to go down that rabbit hole. And apparently there's a whole bunch of Latinos, man, talking about black people. We need to unite. We need to come together. Trump is trying to get us out of here. It's us. Who the fuck is us? We legal. We ain't going nowhere. The worst thing we're gonna hear is somebody say go back to Africa, and we haven't heard that since the 90s. Listen, I can make fun of the situation, right? Because I don't got papers, right? The broski's an undocumented immigrant, but I've been dodging ICE since 1998 when we used to call it La Migra. And I'm out here in New York City, so I'm protected. Like the other day, they were closing in on me, right? They was about to arrest me, man. And 5 batshit crazy liberals, man, stopped walking their dogs and drinking their Starbucks, man. And they jumped at the ICE agents and said, the broski, run. And man, I took off running, bro. I've been running ever since, bro. They did not catch me, man. So I could talk confidently out here in New York City because I know these liberals ain't gonna allow these ICE agents to arrest me. They're like, that's our fucking immigrant. He ain't going nowhere. But he shot 2 cops. We don't give a fuck, man. Those were his cops to shoot.
African American community is the only community that has the power in this country to change anything. They are the only ones that are going to save the Latinos. And I clap for the African American.
Bravo. That's what they look at black people as. The help. Not as allyship, just disposable help. Someone that they could put in front of them as a shield. And that's why a lot of these white Cubans left Cuba. It's not necessarily because of politics or ideology. It's because of racial equality. Before the Cuban Revolution, they used to discriminate against black Cubans. It was legal. Black Cubans didn't have access to healthcare or education, and they lived in poorer conditions where they served the white Cubans. After the Cuban Revolution, all that changed. They start promoting racial equality. Black Cubans start having access to healthcare, access to education. And a lot of white Cubans, that made them feel uncomfortable. They were used to the old Cuba, where they had an upper advantage on the black Cubans. They're not going to bring this information up freely. That's why when she says save us, servitude, you're nothing but the help, disposable help. Make my white Cuban life a little bit easier and comfortable since our white savior, Trump, is deporting us.
Hi guys, welcome back to Mercy Reality, and if you are new here, please subscribe. The tables are now turning in America and fast. Many in the Latino communities are now realizing what Black America had been saying for decades. This system was never built to protect us. After years of silence, denial, and even separation, reality has finally hit. And now they are crying out for help, unity, and solidarity from the very people they once overlooked.
I just want to say, watching these raids happen in LA right now, people voted for this. People voted for this. And I think right now, the black and the brown community, we need to come together. And we need to remember that they are the ones who made it us versus them. They put us against each other because if we're busy fighting each other, we don't put our eyes on them. We need to wake up. Everybody needs to wake up.
Deportations are rising. Jobs are disappearing. Communities once promised the American dreams are now facing the American reality. Racism, exploitation, and fear. Suddenly, the same policies that targeted Black Americans for generations are now turning against Latinos too. For years, Black voices said, they will use you until they don't need you. But many did not believe it. Some even thought proximity to the whiteness would protect them. Now that illusion has shattered. The same America that locked out Black opportunity is now locking them out too. Now there is a shift happening. Many Latinos are reaching out to the Black Americans, calling for solidarity, understanding, and unity. Because the truth is simple. Divided, we all lose. United, we change everything. America is being forced to confront its hypocrisy. The oppressed are no longer divided by color or language. They are seeing the same system for what it really is. The era of being pitted against each other is ending. A new era of truth and alliance is beginning.
I don't care what nobody says. Being held accountable by your own kind is the most effective method. The only method that I might place above that is the feel it to learn method, where you got to make them feel it to learn. That's the only other method that I would put above that. But being told about yourself by somebody who looks like yourself, it just hits differently. It's almost like, damn self, you might be onto something. Damn self, damn twin, I gotta listen to you because you look like me. And it's for that reason alone why I gotta leave the Latino community, why I gotta leave the Cuban American community in Florida specifically, why I gotta leave the I will vote Donald Trump with this clip. I gotta leave you guys with this clip.
African American community is the only community that has the power in this country to change anything. They are the only one with the experience of civil matter. They are the only one que tenían el esclavo ahí mismitico. They are the only one that are not going to get deported anywhere, and you cannot put them all in jail. So African American community, which is the community that is stepped on by Cubans, the most are the only ones that are going to save the Latinos. And
Did you hear what she said? Did you hear what she said? Because it's the exact same sentiments that every African American person, every Black American person have been screaming since elections time. The same exact sentiments. And now, because of the bullshit that the Latino community have entered themselves into, literally voting against the same exact group of people that now hold the power of being able to save you. She said it. She said it. See, I knew this. I knew that it's only the African American community, that it's only the Black American community that can save the Latino community from the bullshit that they got themselves into. I knew this. But see, you're not going to listen when I say it. But you'll probably listen when she says it. And the thing about it too, see, technically, I'm a Latina. I'm Haitian. But I'm not the Latina that you're going to listen to. I'm not. That one, though, she is. She is. She has that proximity to whiteness that you guys respect. Right? So now she states that it's only the African American community that can save the Latino community from the bullshit that you guys put yourselves into. And you only are in that because you were so hell-bent on voting against the same exact group, against the interest, the self-interest for that same group of people that now are the only ones that can save you. Look at that, full circle.
For the African American community that has not come out because it is not. I do. We didn't do shit for them.
I get it. But I don't.
Me and you support, but in masses, we didn't support anything that was going with them. Latinos look at Cubans specifically. I'm not gonna talk about any other community because I'm not part of that community, even though I'm a Latina with them. Cubans talk shit about African Americans. Cubans did not support African Americans. Cubans think that they all victimize themselves, that all of this, all of that. African Americans are the only ones that are going to save your asses, Latinos. So you better start kissing. If you're going to kiss some ass in this country, you better kiss some Black ass.
Again, it's not coming out of my mouth. She said it. She said it, and she's 100% right. For the I will vote Donald Trump. You guys, y'all got to start kissing some Black ass. Y'all all better get to kissing some Black asses. And right now, the Black asses ain't moving for shit. If it's not for them, they're not moving. They're not moving. So I don't know how you guys gonna make it through. But she just said it. She said it. It's the African American community. It is the Black American community that can save you guys from the bullshit that you are in. And you can think the I will vote Donald Trump.
I just want to say, watching these raids happen in LA right now, people voted for this, and I think right now the Black and the brown community, we need to come together, and we need to remember that they are the ones who made it us versus them. They put us against each other because if we're busy fighting each other, we don't put our eyes on them. We need to wake up. Everybody needs to wake up.
Girl, you need to wake up. Not the Hispanics calling on the black people for help. Really? Where were y'all during George Floyd? Where were y'all during Sandra Bland? Where were y'all during all of the white cops killing black people? Where were y'all? But y'all want us to come together. Really? Really? Why y'all calling on us? Why y'all calling on the black people? Why y'all not calling on Asians? They're a minority too. Why y'all calling for us? If you go on my page, you will see I made a post about how there was a Trump rally for Trump back in 2020, before he even got elected 4 years ago. And there was a crowd full of Hispanics. And the song was saying, I will vote for Donald Trump. Y'all want it. Y'all got it. Y'all got him into office. And now y'all want to double back and ask for help, calling all the African Americans to help. Like, come on now. We gonna stay out of this. We gonna stay as far away from this. Y'all can continue to riot and make yourselves look bad, but we gonna stay out of this.
I now feel for the black community because I know what it feels like to be racially profiled. I didn't know it before, and I thought it was a little bit of a reach, but now I totally get it. That's what a man came out on here and said. And this is why we should believe victims. This is why we should believe people's stories. This is why we should have empathy. And this is why we should be able to put ourselves in other people's shoes. Because you thought it was a reach. That's what he said. He thought it was a reach when the black community said that they were being racially profiled and they were getting stopped for no reason. And like, it probably wasn't that serious. But now that Latinos are getting racially profiled, now he gets it. This is why empathy is so important, because you never know when the tables turn. And no, it shouldn't be transactional. It really shouldn't. You should believe people because you should think. You should be able to think outside yourself and be like, if that was me, I would hate that. I don't have to be black to realize that that freaking sucks. That what they go through, what they've experienced, sounds painful. That I can't even imagine the years of frustration and honestly, just freaking frustration and anger that they must feel. But guess what? Now Latinos get it. Now. And that is why we are in the situation that we are. Because people don't feel for others until it happens to.
Let's move on to these ICE raids in LA in our political corner. And this is where I need y'all's help, okay? Because this morning when I woke up, or this afternoon, this subject matter is still weighing heavily on my mind, spirit, and soul. My little thumbs, I can't help but tweet about it, post about it, speak about it, raise hell about it. And it's troubling me internally because I am having a hard time trying to reconcile that I know what the right thing to do is in this moment. And I know what I should be doing in this moment. I'm having a hard time reconciling doing what's right and meeting this group of people with an open, loving heart. I know that I'm not judge, juror, executioner, or God, but if I am being honest, there is a level of delight, and I don't know if delight is the right word. There is a level of pleasure. I'm just going to call a thing a thing. There is a level of pleasure that I am experiencing from them fucking around and finding out. There is a level of satisfaction that I am experiencing from the community being punished. And I know that saying this out loud makes me look and feel like a bad person. And I know I'm not a bad person. I know that I'm not. I know that I'm a very compassionate person. But I also just feel like this one needs to burn. It needs to burn. It needs to stick. It needs to hurt. Y'all, they need to feel it. They need to feel it down into their bone marrow in the deepest depths of their souls, so it's never to be repeated, so they are reminded, and so they understand. My concern is that, let's just say, for instance, we go all hands on deck and this ICE situation dries up today or tomorrow. In my heart of hearts, I really do feel like large parts of that community would simply revert back to their anti-Black ways. And I also recognize the fact, if I'm being perfectly honest here, and please, my Latino community, my Latino people that follow me, I'm a work in progress. I'm evolving. I'm processing this the same way that you guys are processing what
You guys put yourselves in a separate race from us. Hispanics, Latinos have always made it clear that they are not the blacks. Me no black, me no black, me no black. What about Native Americans? The so-called Native Americans? Y'all actually look a lot alike, to be quite honest. How come you ain't calling on them? Aren't they a minority? Asians are not a minority. Like, the math just is not mathing with this one. You know what it is? What it all boils down to? What people never want to admit is that Black American people have always fought, and we have always prevailed. No matter if y'all want to say we on the bottom or what, we got ourselves out of shackles. It was not just because some white man one day woke up and said, oh, I think I want to let my slaves free. I think I want to let go of my free labor. Clearly, that was not the case, because look at what followed with Jim Crow. The most lynchings happened in America after so-called slavery was abolished. If you're picking up what I'm putting down. We've always fought. And we've always prevailed. You might not want to call us victors or winners, but we've always prevailed. I'll use that word. That's the operative word. And y'all all recognize that. I'm glad that y'all keep calling on us, because y'all know who we are. Deep down inside, y'all know that we put boots to the motherfucking ground. Where them fans at? Whoa, 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 I got my boots on the ground. Y'all know we get shit done. Y'all know we make noise. But what I don't like is that y'all are being so disingenuous and making it seem like we've always had this solidarity and this unity amongst us, when you all in your own communities have anti-blackness that you have yet to address in your own communities. The Afro-Latin community is underrepresented. They face discrimination, racism, colorism. And y'all take those same ideas and ideologies, and when y'all migrate here, y'all bring that with y'all. And y'all try to treat us like the same way y'all treat the black folk in y'all's countries, respectively. But instead of calling on us, why don't you call out the people that's actually doing these things to you? White people have helped us too to fight during the civil rights movement. More so than Latinos and Hispanics. Like, let's just keep it real. Why not call on them? Why not call on white people to be allies with you? This is very, very interesting. And I don't want anybody to get maimed or pop-out with a rubber bullet. I don't like the footage that I've seen of people getting ran over by cars. It's very, very unfortunate. I'm not sitting up here saying that doesn't... I have empathy. But I don't want to be out there getting shot. I don't know. Anyways. What do y'all want us to do? That's it. Let me ask. What do y'all want us to do? For the ones that keep saying, where's the black people? What exactly do y'all want us to do? Spread love is the Brooklyn way. I hope everything works out.
Now I can empathize and sympathize with the black community. I've never been able to do that before, because I would hear them say things like, oh, you know, we walk down the street and we get profiled, and, you know, cops will just suddenly stop and frisk or whatever just because of the color of their skin. And I always thought, like, you know, it's a little bit of a stretch. It feels like a little bit of a stretch. That person must be doing something, right? And obviously I've never experienced that before. I've never felt that way before and stuff. And so I always thought, like, ignorantly, by the way, on my part, thinking like, I think you guys are, because I'm brown, I've never felt that and stuff like that, I'm also a minority. But now, with us, it wasn't the cops. Cops aren't just randomly to go and checking in the past. But now it's our turn, right? Now we feel it. Now we feel like, crap, can I just go down the street? Do I need my paper? It's like, why are you stopping me? I'm a U.S. citizen. We're not doing anything wrong. And now we're being persecuted. And so now I'm thinking like, crap, this is what the black community meant, and I kind of feel bad. Well, I feel bad because I never really could understand where they were coming from or where you guys were coming from. But I can assure you that now that it's here with us too, it's like, crap. I honestly, legitimately didn't think it was real. But it's real as hell. And it's obviously minority groups that are targeted and persecuted pretty much. And it's right now with us is because we're brown. You guys have had your turn when, cops were just in bigger cities, urban areas, stopping disproportionately, the black community and stuff. And I just want to say, like, I guess now I understand. I think moving forward, there's going to be a little bit more unity because we now can see where you guys are coming from. Well, at least I can, and so, yeah, guys, I just want to say sorry for being ignorant before, but I hope this unites all communities, not just minorities, and call out things for what they are, regardless of the race.
I have a lot of people in the comments talking about, why are you just talking about African Americans? Why are you just asking for our support? Why are you not asking white people? Why are you not asking Asian people? If it's not clear by now, they have never been part of the fight. And that's not to come for you guys, but the majority is not the minority, right? Black and brown are the minority in this country. We have had a lot more issues than any other race in this country. So, by default, you would kind of think like we would stand together, having a history of so much oppression. And, I'm not trying to discredit anybody else, but we have both been through a lot. This is not even a topic of conversation. Once y'all get over the fact that it's not a race thing, because there's only one race, and that is the human race. And if you guys want to continue to put us in separate teams, then we are never going to fix the problem.
See, here's the thing. I did stand up for you guys. I've put up a wall because I now know all of y'all are related. Y'all all gonna ride for each other. Neither one of you is gonna stand up on their own to sit there and be like, why are y'all fucking with this dude? Leave him alone. Y'all gonna all ride for each other. Y'all family. That's how y'all rock. And that's cool. I'd love to be a part of that type of family, but I don't want to be part of that type of family. That's embarrassing as fuck. So with that being said, they tried to take pictures of me again. One night she had left. No, he was coming in. I was leaving. When he came in, we got slammed right before I had got ready to start cleaning up. So I only had like 10, 15 minutes before it was time for me to clock out and go home. But I always stay overtime to make sure I finish my job. Now, mind you, while I'm trying to finish my job, I'm supposed to be gone at 10. I ended up leaving at like 11. I'm still going around cleaning up, washing dishes, wiping everything down, restocking everything, making sure he got extra meat, extra eggs, all that. While I'm still cleaning up, he's going around taking pictures of every fucking thing. Everything he's taking pictures of. He's taking pictures of stuff that I'm not even finished with. Now, he takes all the pictures that he took, waits until I go home, sends the picture to his wife. His wife sends the pictures to my manager. My manager calls me and sends me the pictures. Boss lady, every last one of these pictures is pictures. It looked like he took all these pictures while he was watching me cleaning up. While I was still there. I hadn't even left yet. I hadn't clocked out or anything. I was still cleaning up. She tells me, yeah, I know, I was watching on the camera. So I'm sitting here like, it's really that serious to where y'all don't like us that much, to where you're willing to try to get me fired from my job that damn bad, only because you don't like my skin color. That was the day that I started realizing how serious. I thought racism was a serious thing back then, but nowadays, when I almost lost a job I needed to take care of my children, knowing that you guys do the same shit to take care of your kids, Now sit there and tell me you have any reason to sit there and ask black people to help you in a fucking rally. And come back and holler at me when you get a good ass reason. Because this is not just an everyday thing for me. This ain't no just random act for me that just happened out of nowhere. This is shit that y'all are doing everywhere across America, bro. Y'all don't fuck with us. So why sit up here and act like y'all do? Even people like me sit up there and give y'all chances to show us that y'all actually like us. Don't even sit there and be thinking about the fact that you might be racist. Don't even think about anything like that. And then you turn around and put people through shit like this. Now, I still have my job to this day. Every single one of them quit or got fired now since then. Why? Because I didn't do nothing but keep doing my job. I didn't feed into that bull. I didn't sit there and condone into the drama. I kept doing my job. And guess what? Now the entire kitchen has flipped. Because only one man that came in destined to take care of his family. You see how God worked? Now them motherfuckers got to go look for work somewhere else. You should have did your job and left me alone.
Latinos in the United States have not earned the support of black people for us to be demanding, oh yeah, why aren't they coming out to protest with us? Why aren't they engaging in activism with us? Because we haven't earned it at all, in the slightest. Or did you guys forget that 46% of all eligible Latino voters voted for Donald Trump in the 2024 presidential election? Or how about the fact that racism, anti-blackness, colorism, all of these things are still very much pervasive in our communities? Bro, Latinos haven't even reconciled with the fact that they can't use the N-word unless they're also black themselves, because Afro-Latinos exist. Oh, and if we're talking about Miami, oof, you'll see the whitest MAGA Latinos be like, bro, but I grew up in the hood. I grew up around black people. In Overtown or in Liberty City, I could say it, bro. No one's going to stop me from saying it. It's my right. I'm not racist. I have a black friend. We haven't even gotten over that. And we want black people to go to protest with us, to engage in activism with us, putting their lives, their freedom, their bodies on the line? No. I completely understand any black person that wants to just disengage, disregard us. I get it, guys. I really, really do. And we, as Latinos, as a collective, should not be harboring resentment against black people, criticizing them, getting angry at them, questioning them. No. No. Because we've earned this. They are completely justified in feeling the way they feel and doing what they're doing. Now, I would like to give a message to the black folks watching this video. You are completely justified in your feelings and in doing what you're doing, and I respect it. But please remember that black folks are also being affected by this persecution of undocumented migrants. And I feel like that's not talked about enough either. Here, Miami, Florida is the best example. Haitians, Jamaicans, Bahamians, Afro-Cubans, Afro-Hondurans, Garifunas, black people from all over Latin America and all over the world, Africans, just so many black people that are also undocumented that are really being affected by the persecution of this administration. And of course, much like any other entity in space, black folks in immigration detention centers, in the immigration system, are treated worse than their white, Latino, Asian counterparts. So it's really important to acknowledge that and just let you guys know. But yeah, Latinos, we need to tighten up. If you guys want the support of the black community, then earn it. Demonstrate that we can solve these issues of racism in our own communities, and please stop saying the N-word. If you're not black, don't say the N-word. It's really simple, actually.
Sisters, listen. I want y'all to really, really listen to me now, okay? Because this is real. We said that we were going to sit our asses down, right? Look, and I know that what's going on out here is really fucked up, okay? Especially when it comes to these babies being taken away from their families and things like that. I get it. I heard a sister say that she's a teacher, and she was saying, you know, they can't come get my babies. I work too hard, this, that, and the other. Now, granted, I understand all of that, but this right here is not our fight. It's not. And I feel so bad because the human and mother and just doing what's right in me. Listen, you want to help. You want to help. And I understand that. We can't do that. We can't. It's nothing we can do. This is not our fight. I'm not going to go and talk about, because I've heard a couple of people saying, well, they didn't help us when we was in trouble and da-da-da-da, and we're not going to help them. That's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing. We're going to see how all of this plays out, okay? And the only thing that you can do, especially to my black sisters that are teachers, the only thing that you can do is when they come and do whatever they're supposed to do, just do your part. That's all you can do. Just do your part. And try not to let your feelings and emotions get in it, because you're going to lose. You're going to lose. This is not our fight, y'all. We got to calm down and think about what's going on, especially with us. Okay? I'm not saying that I don't care about that, but that's not my main priority. You understand? It's not. I want to make sure that we are okay as a people, because see, stuff is being done to us too. Let's not forget, okay? So, like I said, I understand, the humane part of you wants to help. They're babies. They're little ones. That would break my heart, but I understand. See, when you're dealing with that up there, what's that? What's the address? 1600, whatever the street is. Okay. When you're dealing with folk like that, yeah, we just got to mind our business. That's it. We just have to mind our business. That's it, okay? And some of y'all may feel some kind of way, and that's fine, because we all have opinions and differences. This is just how I feel, okay? So, yeah, I just want to come on here right quick and, get that out. All right, y'all.
Now my question is, will this pain finally unite Black and Latinos communities, or will American system keep them divided? One thing for sure, the truth cannot be denied anymore. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and share. This is Mercy Realities.